PopBlends, strategies for conceptual blending with large language models. Pop culture is an important aspect of communication. Social media posts often contain pop culture blends, images that tie a product to a domain of pop culture. For example, on Star Wars Day, May the 4th, companies post images of someone using the Force to extract a French fry from ice cream, Han and Chewbacca getting into their car, and light and dark cookies having a lightsaber battle. Creating pop culture blends is difficult because it requires finding a connection between two very different things. For example, Star Wars is not obviously related to shampoo. The challenge is to find associations for both domains until a connection can be found. In this paper, we explore how large language models like GPT-3 can provide associative knowledge and common sense reasoning to help find connections across domains. For example, GPT-3 can be prompted for associations by asking, list 5 adjectives you associate with Chewbacca from Star Wars, and GPT-3 will respond, hairy, loyal, friendly, brave, and helpful. Conceptual blending is the basis of creating pop culture blends. Conceptual blending is a cognitive science theory for how to combine elements of two familiar inputs to make new meanings. For example, a houseboat is a combination of a house and a boat. They are combined based on a shared connecting concept that they both involve a person or a type of media. To create a blend connecting two inputs, you first have to find the connecting concepts, then combine elements from every input that preserve the connecting concept. But doing this is not easy. Typical computational approaches to conceptual blending are to expand one or more of the inputs, then search over the expansion to find connections. This is closely related to divergent and convergent thinking. These two steps, expansion and search, are difficult tasks to be done by human alone or to be fully automated. The divergent process requires recalling multiple diverse pieces of information, while the convergent process requires a polynomial search over the information to find pairs that can be synthesized into a cohesive output. Many creativity support tools structure the divergent and convergent thinking processes and combine the intelligence of human and machines. Two recent systems, VisiBlends and MetaMap, address the related problem of helping people create visual blends. However, these systems still require significant inputs from users and their time and attention to guide the process of divergence and convergence. We present an automated pipeline called PopBlends, which uses two stages of divergent and convergent processes, one to find connecting concepts between the pop culture and product domains, and another to find things and images related to connecting concepts that can be blended. Here is an example of the pipeline. First, the user inputs a pop culture domain, such as Star Wars, and a product, such as shampoo. Next, the pipeline expands each domain with associations. For Star Wars, it uses GPT-3 to collect a knowledge base of associations for the main entities in the movie. For example, Mos Eisley is a notable location from Star Wars. GPT associates it with being dirty and sandy. For shampoo, it uses the association database to get concepts related to shampoo, like hair and cleaning. The pipeline then uses semantic similarity to identify words that could connect the inputs. For example, dirty is connected to cleaning. Once we have a connecting concept like dirty, we need to find things and images related to the connecting concept that can be blended. To do this, the pipeline first expands the connecting concept into things. It finds Star Wars things related to dirty, such as Luke cleaning R2-D2, and Boba Fett falling into the Sarlacc, and the shampoo things related to dirty, such as removing a bad smell from hair and washing a pet's hair. Then the pipeline finds multiple images related to those things, and the user can select two that inspire a blend idea. From there, the user can Photoshop the images together to produce their blend. This blend shows Luke shampooing R2D2 because a clean droid is a happy droid. Happy Star Wars Day from your shampoo. The example pipeline shows only one strategy. In PopBlends, there are 3 strategies to find connecting concepts: No, Half, and Full GPT. For Star Wars and swimming, the No-GPT strategy finds connections using traditional NLP and knowledge extraction. We scrape plot summaries from Wiki and use knowledge extraction to parse it into things. The system searches over all the plot summary sentences to find the ones that have the highest semantic similarity to the product. Then within the plot summary sentence, it finds which individual word has the highest semantic similarity to the product word. Here, that's floating, a concept relevant to swimming and to the planet Bespin in Star Wars. The Half-GPT strategy uses a combination of knowledge extraction and GPT. The system uses knowledge extraction to find all the important entities in the plot summaries, then uses GPT to expand each entity into its attributes. To find matches, the system searches over all the attributes to find the ones that have the highest semantic similarity to the product. Here, Millennium Falcon has the attribute racing, which matches with swimming. The full GPT strategy relies solely on GPT to find connecting concepts. The system prompts GPT for characters, objects, locations, organizations, and actions that it can connect with swimming. For example, GPT said that Darth Vader was associated with swimming because of his ability to use the Force to control movements. At the end of stage 1, we get connecting concepts, such as racing. In stage 2, to find blendable images from both domains, we first expand the pop culture domain into plot summary things related to racing and find relevant images. We then use GPT to generate things for the product that are related to racing, such as swimmers racing in the pool, and find relevant images. From here, the user can select things that they want to blend. To evaluate the accuracy of our pipeline, we conduct an annotation study. Across 5 pop culture domains and 6 products, stage 1 outputs are 56% accuracy, where the 3 strategies are about equally accurate, but with very different outputs. Given an accurate stage 1 output, stage 2 results are 93% accurate. Overall, this leads to a 53% accuracy of the pipeline. Based on the PopBlends pipeline, we build a web interface. Users can select a pop culture domain, enter whatever product word they want to promote, and select product-related words. The interface presents 5 potential blends for each of the 3 strategies: No, Half, and Full GPT. Our user study shows that, with PopBlends interface, users found twice as many blends with half the mental demand. Here are 3 examples of pop culture blends from the study. Harry Potter finding the curse of plague to advertise toothbrushes. Beer as a prize for winning a Quidditch game to advertise beer. And Chandler and Joey sitting in comfortable seats to advertise an airline. Overall, PopBlends shows how large language models and knowledge bases can be structured to power the creative process of the divergent and convergent thinking. Thank you.